Welcome to the Midnight Storylines official. I found out I was pregnant on a quiet Tuesday morning when the house felt unusually still. My husband had already left for work, and the silence around me felt heavier than usual. I stood alone in the bathroom, staring at the pregnancy test in my hand, hoping my eyes were wrong, but they weren't. Two clear pink lines stared back at me, confirming what I wasn't ready to accept. I should have felt joy, excitement, maybe even tears of happiness. Instead, my heart started pounding and a deep fear settled in my chest because this pregnancy carried a secret I had been running from. My name is Nora. I am 31 years old and I have been married for 4 years. From the outside, my life looked calm and respectable. I had a husband who was kind, responsible, and trusted by everyone around him. We had a stable home, predictable routines, and a marriage that people described as safe. But the safety is not the same as connection. Months before that morning, my marriage had quietly started falling apart. There were no loud arguments, no dramatic scenes, just emotional distance. My husband was always tired, always busy, always somewhere else mentally. Conversations became short, silence became normal. That's when I reconnected with someone from my past. His name was Daniel. We had known each other years before my marriage, back when life felt simpler and emotions felt stronger. It started harmlessly messages, late night conversations, shared memories. He listened to me in ways my husband no longer did. He noticed things about me that made me feel visible again. I knew I was crossing a line, but loneliness has a way of making you justify the wrong things. What began as emotional comfort slowly turned into something deeper. We met a few times, telling ourselves it was innocent, that we were just talking. But emotions don't follow rules. One evening, when vulnerability was stronger than reason, the line disappeared completely. It wasn't love, it wasn't planned, it was a moment of weakness that went too far. Almost immediately, reality hit me. I pulled away. I ended everything. I told myself it was over and buried the memory where I hoped it would stay forever. For a while, life went on until that Tuesday morning. Sitting on the bathroom floor with the test in my hand, I began counting days, weeks, months, again and again, desperately, hoping the numbers would change. But every calculation led to the same truth. This baby was not my husband's. The guilt was overwhelming. It wasn't morning sickness that made me feel sick, it was shame. I felt trapped between the woman my husband believed me to be and the woman who carried a secret powerful enough to destroy our marriage. That evening, my husband came home smiling, talking about his day, completely unaware. He kissed my forehead gently, and in that moment, I realized how cruel secrets can be. You can live with someone, share meals, share a bed, and still hide something life alerting. As weeks passed, my body began to change. The sickness became noticeable. My husband noticed too, but instead of doubt, his face filled with excitement. He talked about becoming a father, about the future, about us. Every word felt heavier than the last. Each time he placed his hand on my stomach, pride in his eyes, I felt like I was betraying him all over again. At night, while he slept peacefully beside me, I lay awake asking myself the same question. Do I tell him the truth and lose everything? Or do I stay silent and raise a child born from a mistake? Neither choice felt survivable. One night, long after midnight, I stood alone in the kitchen, resting my hands on my stomach. I whispered an apology, not to my husband, but to the baby. Because no child deserves to carry the burden of a secret they didn't create. That was when I finally understood something I had been avoiding. Secrets don't stay buried forever, they grow quietly, just like this baby was growing inside me. And one day the truth would come out. The only question left was how much it would destroy when it did. If you want to part 2 of this story, so please comment below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.